Hey guys, what's up? Scottish Duck here once again, and oh my god! A sequel to Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing was announced. Fuck yes. Guys, okay, most of you already know my stance on that game. I fucking loved it. I thought it was brilliant, in fact. You know, a lot of people look at it, it's a Mario Kart ripoff. Granted, I kinda don't blame them, but yeah. It's brilliant, absolutely fucking amazing game. Yeah. But, naturally, what most of you guys could probably suspect, one of the things that really drew me to it was the amount of Sega fan service. They put Ryo Hazuki in there. Yeah. And, yeah, it was really opened my eyes, in fact, to, like, just how much potential there was with this sort of sub-series, you know. It's not all about, you know, putting in as many Sonic characters as you can, you know. There's so many, like, just wee obscure, you know, Sega not necessarily obscure, I guess, but just wee Sega franchises that you could just put in there and make fans like me happy. So, yeah, why not? So I got a little list here to read off to you guys. Okay, before we read off the list, however, I just want to say, Sumo Digital, if you're watching, I don't want a track based off every level from Sonic Heroes again, okay? Now, granted, you're gonna have about 8 Sonic characters in the game, and if you want to have, you know, them all based off levels from one game, you know what, go right ahead. But, okay, I want to see a racetrack based on each character, you know? Like, you know, not like 4 Billy Hatcher tracks and 4, I tracks, you know. I want to see the Bonanza Brothers have their own track. I want to see Alex Kidd have his own track. I want to play a track based on the Harbour from Shenmue. Who else wants to do that? You know, totally, like, even have Mark there at the finish line, you know, he's like, time for a daily warm-up. It would be amazing, yeah. Okay, anyway. Let's get on with this. Also, one last thing, I did already kind of make a list when the game first came out, top 10 characters that didn't make it in Sonic Sega All-Stars Racing, and I'll kind of be rehashing that, so if you haven't watched that, I guess you don't need to now because I'm going to say it here. Clockwork Knight, the main character, that was a Sega Saturn 2D platformer, the main character was called Pepper. He had a really long, weird name that I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was a really fun game. He was a sort of wind-up Clockwork Knight toy. He would come to life whenever his owner left the room. Doesn't that sound familiar? But yeah, you could totally put him in like a wind-up car or something and have a track based off, you know, like the room that was featured in the game. That would be amazing. Axel from Streets of Rage. Axel is a fucking policeman, okay? He could drive about in his cop car. Maybe have like a Blaze and Skate and all that in the car with him. And while we're on the subject, bring back Gilius Thunderhead from Golden Axe. He was awesome in Sonic and Sega All-Stars Tennis, you know. Well, the game wasn't awesome, but he was. ToeJam and Errol, okay, these guys have pretty much been confirmed at this point. They were supposed to be in the first game, I believe, but they were out just at the wrong time and they didn't quite make the cut, sadly. But they'll probably be in this one. Now, I'll be surprised if they don't. Wonder Boy. Now, granted, I've admittingly never played any of the Wonder Boy games, but I know he's a real, you know, icon of the Sega Master System, just as Alex Kidd was, and Opa Opa from Fantasy Zone. So I think he should be in the game. That would be pretty sweet, you know. Granted, I don't know what type of representation you would use of him, because you've got, you know, like cover art Wonder Boy, and you've got like regular sort of cute looking Wonder Boy, and then there's Caveman Wonder Boy, and it's like, which one of these is he supposed to I don't know, but it would be cool anyway. I said this in my video, and not a lot of people sort of agreed with me, but Rez from fucking, you know, Rez, yeah. That is a fucking amazing game, and yeah, it would be so out of place, you couldn't really put him in a car or anything, but you can lie, it would be awesome. Or at least, you know, bring back Knights, you know, don't make him a flagman or anything. In fact, make Big the Cat the flagman, you know, give Knights his own vehicle, he deserves it. Joe Musashi from Shinobi, you know, we just got like a new Shinobi game last year, you know, you could even use that representation of Joe. Well, actually, it's not Joe, but you could put him in there. It was a really good 3DS game, and yeah, Shinobi deserves it, damn it. Jean-Luc Lunde, or Orta, you know, just any character from the Panzer Dragoon series. That could work, by the way. You could just put them on, like, one of the dragons and just give them, you know, like, car controls. It would look a little unnatural, but it would totally work. It really would. You know, just have the sort of boosters coming out of their feet or something. You know, you did it with Opa Opa. Surely you can do it with one of these dragons from Panzer Dragoon. Alice Odin, Lutz. Yes, I'm reading off a sheet because I don't have them memorized by heart. Also known as Noah. Or Mayo. I could never pronounce that. But yeah, those are the original party members from the very first Phantasy Star game. Now, it doesn't even have to be that, even though those 4 characters are awesome. Even if you had, like, you know, a human, a Newman, and a cast all in the same car, you know, taken off from the Phantasy Star Online games, that would be awesome as well. But yeah, some Phantasy Star representation would be really good. And here I have listed a bunch of Mega Drive era platformers. Rystar, he's actually, he'll be in there, He was downloadable content, he's going to be in there. Vector Man, Chuck D Head, and Pulse Man, which was only released in Japan, but that would be sweet, wouldn't it? Vise from Skies of Arcadia. Vise from Skies of our fucking Arcadia. If Vise is not in this game, right, I'm gonna start a boycott. I will. Vise better be in this fucking game. Now that Rio's in there, Vise is undeniably the most requested fanboy pick. Vise from Skies of Arcadia. You gotta do it, Sumo Digital. You got to. Okay. I believe you had I believe you said that you wanted to put him in, but you couldn't figure out what to, you know, what his vehicle would be. Let me tell you, right? He's gonna be in an airboat, okay, and he's gonna stand up in it, and he's gonna work a sail, right? And the sail in question is gonna have the classic Skies of Arcadia, you know, symbol on it, and he's gonna be, you know, just cutting about in that boat as he's gone racing through the track, you know, and that's what you're gonna do. That's what you better do. Put Vise in the game, god damn it. Okay, and that was every character I put into my list, you know, a couple of years ago. So now we'll go into some new characters that I potentially missed out on and would be cool. Welkin from Valkyria Chronicles. Now, he would be really cool if you put him in the Edelweiss, which was the tank in that game. You know, that would be a really good pick, wouldn't it? Yeah. You're totally going to bring out, Sega's totally going to bring out Valkyria Chronicles 3 over here at some points, because they know they've got a fan base, and they know that their games are awesome in that series, so they'll do, I could see that, yeah. Platinum Games characters, particularly Bayonetta on a motorcycle, you know, that would be amazing, and probably Jack from Mad World on his motorcycle. I don't know if Sega has the necessary rights to those characters, or maybe they're owned by Platinum Games, I'm not sure. But yeah, they would be sweet. Kazuma Kiryu. Now, that would be a tough one, you know, he hasn't drove anything in his life pretty much. Did you ever notice that in the games, you know, he didn't drive, he was always just like crossing his arms, and then when people were shooting at him, he would get on the roof of the car and start busting the shit out of everyone, you know, so I don't know, I guess he would be kind of a weird pick, and granted there's the obvious question of kids playing this game, and Kazuma Kiryu's not exactly E for everyone. But I still think that would be sweet. The Hang-On motorbike. Now, that would be weird because it would just be a typical standard motorbike. Oh my god, I just had a great idea. Don't make it a typical standard motorbike, make it the exact same Hang-On bike that was in the arcade, you know. Even have the fucking, you know, base unit that it stood on, and, you know, just make it fly, alright? Just like that, just make it completely nonsensical, make the actual Hang-On arcade machine just a racer that flies. You know, I was gonna say some things like, you know, just put the rider on there and just say it's from Hang-On, but that would be kind of generic, but that idea just came to me and I'd be like, wow, yes! Yes! And it was great because Outrun, you know, another Yu Suzuki arcade game, did get some representation in Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing because Akira and Jackie were riding in a Ferrari. And that was totally the Outrun Ferrari. It totally was. So yeah, the arcade machine for Hang-On, go for it. Sketch Turner. Okay, that's a really weird pick because, again, he was in one game, he didn't drive anything, but Comic Zone's really good, that's why I'm saying it, so yeah. Echo the Dolphin. Well, it's... well, you can maybe... Well, he's... Echo the Dolphin. Okay, this is a really, really scraping the bottom of the barrel, you know, appealing to my what I want, because I actually doubt Sega even owns the rights to this character. I'm not sure if it was actually them that commissioned its development on the Dreamcast, but god damn it, Elliot Ballad from Blue Stinger. Now that game was actually published by Activision, of all publishers, over here when it was a launch title on the Dreamcast, but that game has such a cult following and is loved by so many Sega fans, and it would just be the most weirdest thing ever. Maybe me and maybe like 12 other people would just look at Elliot Ballad in the game and be like, holy shit, mind just fucking blown. And yeah, I can dream, okay, I can dream, I really can. Okay, and also a couple of characters here, I've been keeping track of, obviously I keep track of Sega's releases, and I'm really happy that they're coming out with a couple of new IPs this year, Rhythm Thief and Binary Domain, they're both looking really good, can't wait to pick those up. But in a way to sort of hype them, and sort of start their legacy as a Sega franchise, it'd be cool to see some characters from those games in, obviously the games aren't out yet, so I don't know what the hell they could drive, but yeah, popping them in would be alright, so just a thought, it'd be cool. So okay guys, that's all characters, that I can think of the top of my head, or really in the past 15 minutes, because I just sat there and started writing them all down and think, I'm gonna make a video on this, yeah. Was there anybody that I missed out, a classic Sega character that you would like to see? If so, just comment below, let me know, and yeah, hopefully Sumo Digital uses some of this. So yeah, can't wait for this fucking game. I hope they up the fan service a lot, and more importantly, keep it a consistent, fun kart racer. So yeah, that's that guys. See yous after. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.